Truth, really that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic, this truth be told. Only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the real deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready, keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know. Truth be told. Let's go.
Be told, I'm your host, Real Deal, and I got my boy, the God Barber, and also Desiree joining us for tonight. Hey, we got another banger tonight. I'm looking forward to this episode. This is one of the ones take me back to a little place they used to call Uptown. I don't know if too many people know about Uptown, Palmetto. Some people call it Memphis. I never knew it was called Memphis until later, like later on in life. It was always Uptown to me. Hey, but this is going to be a good one, man. Hey, while you here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to our channel. And while you subscribe, we've been told that some people haven't been getting notified. So just make sure you hit that bell. You hit that bell, you should get notified. If that still ain't working, just hit your boy up and we'll try to figure something out. T Green, what's going on, baby?
Boy, we here, man. Ain't nothing going on, man. What, season 17?
Yeah.
Golly, man.
Got to be more careful, huh?
That's good, boy. That's good.
Won't he do it?
But
Won't he will? He would hit you with that one, Green.
yeah, man. So, man, look, man. This is gonna be a good one, man. This is a good one. This is gonna be a down home conversation, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be just a sit down conversation, man. You know how sometimes you be on your back porch if you got a back porch.
Yeah.
You just talking with your homeboys, man. Ain't no food going, ain't no cookout or nothing.
Yeah.
Just back there talking, reminiscing.
Yeah.
So this is what it's gonna be.
Them be some of the
Boy,
best
it's gonna be the best
conversations.
ones,
Them
man.
be some of the best. And sometimes,
Yeah.
boy, listen, I don't have a couple of those type of conversations, boy. This junk done got kind of emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you just start talking and then you realize, hey, man, this happened to me. And then before you know it, man, it's like, dang,
Yeah.
we done went somewhere where we ain't even intend on going. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, it went deep.
Speaking
Sometimes they go deep.
Speaking of going somewhere, D-Ray, what's up? You know what I'm saying? How you doing over there?
What you said?
What you doing over there? What's going on?
What? No. Hey, Green, I don't know if you noticed something. Real said he with his boy, you know, he hosts Real Deal with his boy, the God Barber, and Desiree. Now, a few seasons ago, we had 2-3 different names.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You're right now.
Right. So,
You're right.
Real. Okay. But I'm good, though.
Okay. All right. Okay.
She right on that real, but she right.
Right.
Yeah,
She right, boy.
You coming on up though. You know what I'm saying? You coming on up right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're a part. You know what I'm saying? At one point I couldn't figure you out.
Wait.
So now I feel like you're a part of something.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Boy, if y'all can see, if y'all can see D-Ray right now,
we go.
you know what I'm saying? At some
clean
point,
now.
we gotta get some sneak camera
Yeah.
shots over there, Green.
She clean now.
Yeah, she clean.
She clean now.
Thank you,
today.
guys.
I don't
She
know what's
clean,
going
baby.
on, man. I don't know what's going on. But listen, man. Listen, we so happy to have you guys here, man. Hey, Green, I'm kind of ready to go ahead and get started.
Well,
bro.
let's get started, man.
What
Let's
we
get
got?
started.
What we got? Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna bring
man.
my boy in, man.
What we got?
Listen, man, this is one of my I can't say childhood friends, but it's one of my friends for a while. You know, for a while, man. He's local, and he's not a celebrity. You know, because some people think you got to be a celebrity, some type of celebrity, to be on Troof Be Told.
That's far from
No.
from true.
He just a down home good dude. And he's from right here, from Manatee County, from the 941 area. And everybody know him. If you don't know him, you're going to know him today. And I'm just going to get right to it, man, because we're going to get into some good conversation, man. This is my boy, Ernest Davis, baby.
It's in the building.
In the building, man. I ain't want to waste too much time bringing him in, because we finna get down to the nitty gritty.
Hey.
And it look real. This one of them, you know, I've been a barber 34 years. I've been cutting hair in Palmetto 28. Ernest is one of those guys that come in the shop, and it's going to always be a good, positive conversation with him. And he make the barbershop a barbershop when he come in.
Okay.
You know how you get them good conversations in the barbershop?
Yeah.
Ernest is one of them.
Okay.
and it's gonna always be positive, man. Always be positive, man. So, and a while ago, Ernest asked me, he said, Green, man, hey, let me come on Troof Be Told. And I never forgot that.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, you know, man, I'm 54 years old, man. My mind don't be remembering a lot of things, man. You know, I ain't scared to say it.
Yeah.
Last time Ernest came to the shop, he said, Green, man, hey. And I told him, I said, you know what? You on, baby. You on. But now, if he wouldn't have came to the shop, I wouldn't have remembered, because I need to start writing stuff down, man. But my boy here, Ernest is here. And we're going to talk about some stuff that we feel like we need to be talked about for this community.
Yeah.
And we finna get down, man.
Well, it's interesting you would say that about, you know, making the barbershop feel like the barbershop. And there's not a lot of people that can come in and create that culture.
Man.
But Ernest just had it. Yeah, I mean, when we talking about straight from here,
Yes, sir, boy.
you know what I'm saying? And kind of know what's going on around the community. Kind of got his hands in a lot of different stuff. But, you know, way back in the day, man, when I was legit, you know what I'm saying, growing up uptown, Ernest was one of the ones that I knew him in. I like to call his gang. You know what I'm saying? He had a crew now. Now back in the day, now I gotta be Ernest. I gotta be honest, Ernest. You know what I'm saying?
Be honest, being real.
My boy, I wouldn't say he was the best role model back then. You know what I'm saying? Him and his gang of folks, you know what I'm saying? Not really gang, but his homeboy that you had with him, man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, you know, I had to keep my eyes open, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them jokers, boy, you don't get it twisted. You get hit upside your head, you know what I'm saying? But just coming from Palmetto, Ernest, right? How was it growing up as a child?
Well, that game that you talking about, the old people used to call it, Zach could tell you too, Ernie and the Bandits.
I told you, boy.
Ernie and the Bandits.
He the ringleader.
Wait, Ernest, wait. Let's stop right there. What he did say, Ernest
Right.
and the Bandits.
Ernie.
Yeah, he the
He said
ringleader.
Ernie.
Ernie and the Bandits.
Ernie and the Bandits.
Why your name had to be specified? I mean, they specifically said Ernie and the Bandits. The Bandits, we don't got names to those folks, right? So why your name was, you know, highlighted?
I was a bad child, Reggie, according to the older people. The Simpsons and all they know me pretty well. You know, your family know me pretty well. I just one of them kids that was having fun and everybody liked to follow, no matter what I was doing. And I did a lot of dangerous stuff, and they followed right on with me, man. But it was love to me because at the time before my sister came, she was little, but I didn't have brothers and, you know, sisters and stuff. That stuff that came later. So the community was like my family, and everybody liked to follow Ernest. So everything that went down was blamed on Ernest.
Yes. Yeah. And trust me, I remember that. Now, I grew up in that area of Uptown. I left 3rd grade. So, you know, just growing up, and back then it wasn't like you had a whole bunch of stuff to do other than just run the streets. Just walk around and just do whatever. You know, walk, you know, neighborhood and do whatever.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun for me, man. We rode the train, jumped on trains, man. We did everything. I even started a ninja crew when I was little.
What, like karate ninja, like that?
At nighttime, we ran around with ninja suits on. with fire extinguishers strapped to it. So when the police came, that was the dust to get away. We sprayed fire extinguishers.
I told you, boy, this gonna be the show here, boy. Boy, hold up.
Oh my God.
Ernie, hold you on.
Ninja suits.
You had a fire extinguisher wrapped
Strapped to you.
And
And when you run and you wanted to get away, you spray the fire extinguisher and got away.
That's your dust.
That was your dirt. It was a fog. You got away.
Woo! Boy, hey man. Ernie, hold on.
How old were you around that?
Yeah, man.
What was the age, Ernest?
First of all, before we get all that, Ernest, hold on, man. That's the best story I've ever heard. Come on, say a ninja with the fight. Ernest, okay, Ernest, hold it. Just like Real say, how old were you? Okay, what was your upbringing like? Put us in your household, Ernest. Coming up, your household.
I was in a strict household. Everybody knew my grandma. My grandma's name was Estelle Davis, but the main focus in our family was Jenny Davis, which was my grandma.
Okay.
She was a matriarch. She ain't play. When she said move, that mean move.
Uh-huh.
Right then and there, or you got your head knocked off. And I was brought up in the family with my mom. You couldn't lose a fight. You got a whooping if you lost a fight. That first day out, did you win? Hey, the other kids better vouch for you, or you gonna get lynched out there with a switch.
Yeah.
Don't get that switch. You know what I'm saying? So growing up was hard for me, man. Right now I got photo albums, and every picture say Cara Davis badass son.
Oh.
Every picture?
Every picture. My baby pictures and everything.
Whoa.
So right now, you know, a lot of the older people around here that's still living, they come up to me and say, man, I'm so proud of you. Good boy, you was bad as hell. And then it was hard for me because all I heard growing up was, you little bad motherfucker, get the F out my yard. And, you know what I'm saying? And no, it's like nobody liked me. So that's part later, you know, of my changing because it used to hurt. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying something good or sitting me down and talking to me, a lot of people ain't give me a chance. I got blamed for a lot of stuff I didn't even do. And it was a police officer, Willie Brown.
Okay.
He came and picked me up all the time, man. When he hears podcast, he probably get back in contact with you and say, yeah, he ain't lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
So now you had any brothers and sisters?
I had my sister Donna, and I later on found out about Reggie, Tiffany, and Mill. That came later. Because,
Reggie Spearman.
Yeah.
My boy Reggie Spearman.
Yeah.
Okay.
That came later. Finding out that they were my brother and my sisters.
Wow.
And Trina Haynes, that's my sister also. So all that stuff came later, but it was just me and Donna and my cousin Ron Smith.
Okay.
And then Champ, eventually, you know, Champ was around me.
Oh, okay.
So I was just like one of the kids. I was the oldest, and everybody looked up to me.
Yeah. How was school?
School was
High
good.
school.
High school was okay, but I later found out I was being a follower, trying to be something that I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Which I ended up staying back my freshman year. Because I was trying to smoke and drink and everything, follow behind the popular boys.
Right.
You know, I wanted to be popular like them. Right. And I'm going to tell you something I did. Y'all going to laugh. I get in a fight at Manatee, and the Dean Davis, told me he was suspending me. I said, I don't give a F. Expel me. I don't care. You know, I'm showing out, impressing the crowd.
Right.
So he said, you expelled. You know, so I don't care. I don't need no school. Ready. I started walking on. I said, boy, my mom gonna kill me.
Oh, Lord.
Gonna kill me.
Well, I done showed up. Well, I'm walking from Bandits. I'm crying all the way down the sidewalk. I said, well, my mama finna kill me, boy. So I didn't know, you know, Omar Edwards. Miss Edwards was down there in charge of the school system. I walked all the way down to the school board, and I went in there. I said, I need to see somebody in charge.
I done made a mistake.
They said, why you crying? I said, man, if I go home, I'm gonna kill me, man.
And you walked from Manchester High School to the school board?
Yeah, man. Boy, I cried all the way there, too, boy. I don't know what I was thinking, boy. I showed out a little bit too much today.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I got down there, and Miss Edwards made the phone call, and she kept me from getting expelled, but then she had to make that other call.
Yeah.
She called, I could hear all the way through the phone.
Yeah.
He with you right now? When you get home, take your ass off. I'm crying harder now.
Yeah.
She said, just keep him there. I'm coming to get him. I said, no, I tell her I'll walk. I'm going to walk over. No, you ain't going to walk. I'm coming to get him.
Yeah.
I said, oh, man. I told you not to call her. She said, son, I had to call her.
So,
She said, what's wrong with y'all? The parents don't be knowing.
Yeah.
Man, my
This
mom
boy
whooped
walk.
me all. Man, my mom called to drive the car, hit me so hard.
This boy walked to the
Yeah, man.
schoolboy, man.
Yeah.
But see, Ernest, a lot of people when they say Ernest Davis, a lot of people think Ernest is just strictly from Palmetto.
No,
But see,
that's
Ernest
not true.
grew up in Bradenton.
Yeah, I hung in Palmetto because all my family was in Palmetto, but I actually lived in Avondale,
okay.
building 23F. I hung with Ratman. That was my boy, Sean Williams.
Okay.
And then my cousin, Eurylicus Hammonds, they called them Red. Red and Livonia. Yeah, that was my stomach. Pop.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah.
Kevin Jackson.
Yeah.
I hung with him.
Yeah.
And Danny Duke. Danny Duke stayed across.
Across,
So I went to Manatee Elementary.
Okay.
I went to school with Beverly Copeland and all them guys there, a lot of them.
So let me ask you this, because you mentioned, the matriarch of your family being your grandma and your mom, but I haven't heard you say anything about Pops.
My dad,
Yeah.
well, I was raised by my sister dad.
Okay.
Yeah, he was military, man, so that cat didn't play. So everything, right now today, I'm grateful. I didn't understand what he was doing, and I thought he didn't like me. You understand?
Okay.
So he always told me, I'm gonna beat the bad out you. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he didn't like me. So a lot of stuff he did, like he made me clean up, and he the reason why I am like I am right now when it comes to cleaning and being neat and stuff like that. He made me. I had to make my bed up military style. I had to put my shoes and stuff under the bed. Had to keep my church shoes shine. See, this was behind the scenes. A lot of people ain't know this stuff. It was going on because I was
portray
different.
that.
But this cat ain't play around, man.
Yeah. But why the need to portray that? Like, you knew better. Like, but why the need to do and go in the neighborhood, in the streets, and be a way that you were being taught differently from home?
Well, with me, it wasn't. I'm gonna say this. I was a kid that didn't care. I'd take the chance. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to explain, but when I got to Palmetto, I was free, and all my friends were different. See, and when I stayed in Bradenton, Ratman, they was raised like me, so we had to get home, and you know what I'm saying. But in Palmetto, I was wild and free. My grandma, as long as my grandma didn't find out, we was straight.
Right.
So, my cousin Leeboy, you remember Leeboy? Leeboy was like my brother. That's all I knew. I should have said that in the beginning. When you seen Ernest, you seen Leeboy. So, so when I got to Palmetto, man, it was ripping and running. Oh, my grandma used to go, I just want to come over here and rip and run. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
And all my friends were here. We played in the ditch and all that. I couldn't do none of that in Bradenton.
Right.
See, Monday through Thursday, let me say, it was Bradenton. And everybody know, Head and all of them know, it was meter to meters. We played football, you know what I'm saying? So, but when I got to Palmetto, I could do everything. I went to the skating ring.
Yeah.
See, when I got from around my stepdad, let me say that, I could be free. When I'm with him, it was yes, sir, no, sir, and I was a different child.
Right.
Now, he ain't play the radio.
Right.
He ain't play with me. He wasn't no, I'm going to let you slide and all that. No.
Okay.
You messed up, you getting towed up. And that basically was it.
Okay.
So Ernest, your biological dad wasn't around? He hadn't died or something?
No, my bad.
You said stepdad.
Well, what happened was I was raised up by my sister dad. He did well. Everything that I am and what I got is because of him and his upbringing. I had everything, man. When the new bikes and stuff came out, I had all that. But he made me earn it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But allowance, everything. But when I got to Palmetto, I still didn't want that. In Palmetto, the thing when I got to Palmetto hanging with my boy, it was let's go steal something. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm home in Bradenton. I ain't gonna go steal nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when we was in Palmetto, we just was knuckleheads. As you know, I sit back and think about a lot of stuff. I couldn't understand it. You know, we just did some hell of a things, man. And we always got in trouble, and then I always be the one to take the blame for everything. And I stayed in the back of the police car.
Yeah.
Getting brought home and when I got brought home, I already knew. And see, my grandma beat you like a slave. You got to stand there and hold your arms out, and all the neighborhood children looking.
Yeah, boy.
So they know me. And she stand up with a switch, the big one, and just hitting you. and telling you, quick, you better not fall. You better not lean. You sitting there just crying.
That's old school there.
Anybody around here, when they see y'all, they gonna say, he ain't lying. I got beat so bad one day, I'm gonna tell you what. My grandma Jenny was racist. So she had her own reasons why, because she grew up in those times. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's only one white man can come to my grandma's house. That was the insurance man. That was it. So I got grown one day, and they made me mad, so I cussed my grandma and them out. And ran to call myself running away, and went to call the police. To tell on my grandma though.
Oh, Lord.
So, Lord. Police told me to get in the car. So I'm thinking that police gonna go there and straighten them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shoot, man, that police pulled up there. My grandma walked up to that car and was looking at me through that window. She said, let him out. I told the man, I said, no. I said, let his ass out. I said, no. Man, go on, take her to jail. He said, no, I got to do what she say. I opened that door. My grandma said, you brought this crack into my house? That's what she said. I'm like, what? And I'm looking at the police like, you heard that? Did you hear that? What? She said, that's the lowest thing you could have ever done to me. She said, you get your ass on out this car. When I get through with you, you'll never do this again. She said, you hurt me. But I ain't never understood. I'm trying to see what the police. And she said, sir, you can leave now. Don't ever come back here unless I invite you. I'm looking at this lady talking to the police like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he gonna do something. Yeah. So he said, okay, ma'am. He got in his car and he left. And she told me, she said, go get me a switch. I said, huh? I said, go get me a switch and you better not come back with nothing small. If I got to go get it myself, you're gonna really pay for it. So I'm looking, I'm like, oh man. So I went out there, I cut the switch, but I cried all the way out there.
You got to pick the right one.
I cut it, brought it back. She said, you already know, stand there. Man, really, you can't fall.
Right.
My cousin Ron, all of them tell you better not kneel or nothing. You better stand there like a man. Yeah. She said, you want to be a man, you want to be grown, you better town show take it. Because I'm finna bring it. And she brought it. And it got so bad, all the kids, Brina Simpson and all of them will tell you. They'll tell you the story. It got so bad, I was so embarrassed, I crawled up under the car. I couldn't take no more.
Take it.
I hung up on the bottom of the car.
It's so wow.
Yeah, I could. She said, listen, you got to come out and get something to eat. You gonna get thirsty. All you doing is making it longer for grandma.
Grandma was on a mission.
Boy, I was on that crowd. Hey, boy, I was on that crowd crying, boy.
Yeah.
She said, I told you I'm gonna beat you till I get tired.
Dang.
You will never
And you
do
gave
this
her
again.
a break.
And, yeah. So eventually I crawled from under there and got it over with.
Yeah. You know
I
what?
was so, man.
It's so crazy because, just hearing that, like nowadays to hear that happen.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't fathom that happening because them people coming.
Right
they
now,
definitely coming
right.
right
Yeah.
now. But back then, it was so different. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about, how you got a spanking, either that switch with them look at the long little green thing on the darn. Or a stitching cord, or
Now, she
a
I know what you're
board,
saying.
just you know what I'm saying? But that happened quite frequently back then, and it wasn't really necessarily looked at or, as
abuse.
Abuse.
As abuse.
Yeah.
And that's just so crazy how vast of a difference it is.
Yeah, it is now.
Back then to now.
Yeah.
But
Like right now, you know my cousin Curtis Davis.
yeah.
Yeah. Right now, me and Kurt them talk, and I was like, boy, you think you'll be married to your wife right now and grandma will live? He said, no.
See, and that's the
Well,
thing.
he said, Kurt, like, no. Well, all of us knew. And I have and I'm grateful and I love them all. I have a lot of mixed people in my family, you know. But back then with grandma, what?
Yeah, see, I can relate to it because even though different household, same format. My grandma was the same way.
Yeah.
Got to go out there and get the switch. Only time we seen a white man in the project was the insurance man.
Yeah.
My grandma told.
I remember mine, Mr. Snyder.
See, I can't remember
I
mine.
remember Mr. Snyder.
My grandma told me and my brother, back in our days, our younger days, we couldn't bring a white girl to her house.
Yeah.
Because how they came up.
Yeah, they came up in different times.
See, they came up in that time, and they felt like we had to stay away from that.
Yeah.
So like what he's
sense,
saying is, that's why I wanted Ernest to come on the show, man, because these are kind of conversations we have in the barbershop sometime. Not that we're racist, we taking our mind back then, how our grandma felt.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way now. Ernest don't feel that way. That's just the way we came up.
I love everybody.
We love everybody.
If you love and respect me, I give it back.
But when you say it real, if you got grandmas that are disciplining their kids like how we got disciplined back then, now they'll go to jail.
They're going to jail.
Yeah.
They'll go to jail.
Yeah.
But we needed that back then to shape us up to
I was
who we
gonna
are
say,
now.
definitely shaped us up.
Yeah,
and that's why I feel like this generation is so different because they took that away. I feel like they took parenting from parents. So where now you put your hand on your kid, you going to jail. But if you get my kid, you're gonna put your hands on my kid or even kill my kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay for you, but not okay for me, and I'm doing it with love.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And see, back then it was like it take a village.
Correct.
Yeah.
Cause see, I know Brina's Simpson and Kim Strong and all them.
Yeah.
They granddaddy Gramps. Oh man, Gramps ain't play.
Right.
See, Gramps was gonna spank you, then send you over there. You gonna get another
And you get
one.
another one.
Yeah. So he it was like that, man. But you can't do that now.
Yeah.
You spank somebody's kid now, they want to come shoot your house up.
Correct.
Or something stupid. You got to get in an altercation with them. You know what I'm saying?
How many times were you in trouble with the law?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, Red. I was in trouble with the law a lot, man. All the police knew me. Anything happened, they came and got me. And see, I was so bad till my mama used to have me crying because they used to come down. I'm telling her, Mom, no, I ain't. Yes, you did. You did. Take them on. Take them on. And that's they on me in the police car. And I'm like, I did not do this, man. I don't even know what these people talking about. But yes, you did. Yes, you did. Your bad ass. So you gonna get enough.
Yeah.
So it was like it was starting to wear on me, and eventually, man, things started clicking well. I was like, man, I'm tired. I'm a little kid, and I just want to be loved, and I'm getting blamed for stuff I ain't even do. You know what I'm saying? Even in the family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like my cousin Lee boy, he had stole my cousin. I got two Curtises in the family. Kurt ring and stuff, and man, I got a killing, whooping, and everything. To this day, I'm bringing this story up because I knew I didn't do this, but because of
your past,
my past, and and everything going on, I was blamed for it. So later on, they found the ring and stuff, and they found out that it wasn't me, but y'all done beat me and everything.
Right, you can't take that whooping
And then
back.
only thing my grandma, Jenna, tell me, well, if you want so damn bad, you wouldn't get blamed for nothing. She never said I'm sorry or nothing like that. That was her apology to me. You know what I'm saying? So it got to the point where I started staying away from them. That's how I started hanging with the Collins, Tim, and Pee Wee, and all them, and Dooney, and all that. I would go and be gone all day because I got tired of getting whooped. And then if it ain't that, you can't stand for see us sitting around. You finding some work for us to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm like, we just want to play. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like that.
Well, Ernest, I hear you say, you got tired of being blamed for stuff, but can you blame them?
No, I think read about a lot of stuff, but I just to the point where I'm like, I don't understand why I was doing it.
Gotcha.
I just hung with a bunch of knuckleheads, and we already know we gonna get in trouble, but we went and did it anyway. We never thought about the consequences.
Right.
We just went and did it.
Just went and did it.
Yeah. Somebody came up with something, I'm down. You know how them are your boys. Man, listen, all us went swimming in the river. My boy Eric Parker, he had got sent to a juvenile camp, Camp Eckers. So when he came back, he could name every animal, bird, everything. He taught us how to ride manatees. We down in the river riding manatees.
What, the manatee that's be in the water?
Yeah.
Snooty?
Snooty.
It's Snooty.
Hold on, Ernie. Hold on, man. Hold on. Ernest, Ernest killing me, man. Y'all rode the manatee
We rode manatees, man.
in the water.
Eric showed us how to do it. When they come up on you, you grab them by the back of the tail, and you can hold on to them, and they're going to take off.
Yeah.
They say they slow, but if you don't let loose in time, you can wind up way out there in the middle of the river. Yeah, so this is the truth.
God, dog.
Yeah.
God.
We did
I don't think I
we did
ever
some
heard
crazy
anybody
stuff,
riding
man.
I never,
Boy.
Ernest, in my life,
I'm telling you,
if
man.
I ever,
Never heard that.
I
See.
think they protected Ernest.
Yeah, they probably is.
They
But
didn't know that.
we went down to me, David Grooms, all that. We lived in that river swimming, and we ain't have no permission from the parents. So we used to go down. That was the beach to us.
Yeah.
So we lived down there, man. We went down there. We played every day in that water. And the manatees used to be thick down in there then. They'll come up on you and bump you. They'll scare you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we used to run, and then our boy Eric said, man, they ain't gonna bother you. And Eric was out there playing, touching them and everything. And everybody looking, then we like, well, now he might know something. Then he said, I'm gonna show y'all how to ride them. He learned this in the camp.
Wow.
So I thought he was finna get on the manatee bite. He didn't do that. He let it do it. He hung on the tail. And the thing all you see is the water moving fast. You gotta let loose. I said, man. Well, we started doing it, man.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what kind of ninjas was y'all in that water?
They were water ninjas.
Hey,
Water
man.
ninjas
Water
did,
ninjas.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So,
Okay, Ernest.
Wow.
Okay, me and Ernest, we have good conversations in the shop. Every time Ernest come in, man, it's gonna be, he gonna tell me something. Now, this is my first I hear about this manatee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and my first I hear about being a ninja
Yeah.
with a damn
the fire extinguisher.
fire extinguisher strapped on
Hey,
to
man,
you.
listen.
You know,
Zyke can tell you.
Big
But
Zyke.
see, Zyke, what we used to do, the big uptown used to be what we called the yum yum tree. You remember the big oak tree on the corner?
Yes, I do.
Everybody, all the big boys, high school boys,
Okay.
Zyke, Bullfrog, all them boys used to hang under the tree.
Yep.
So me and my boys, we put our ninja suits on.
Oh my God.
And Eric showed us how to put a little gas in a little bag.
Yeah.
And tie it
Very
to a
dangerous.
hanger. And then we would light it and throw it at them big boys. Yeah, them boys say, hey man, what the hell that fire shit coming from? And then they'll see us and see me. I always wanted to be the leader, so I had the white suit.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
The white ninja suit.
yeah.
So they chased us, and they used to chase us, but they couldn't never catch us because we had done did these back in the wood. We had done did. Eric showed us till we did these caves,
Eric, boy.
and we put wood over the cave, and then we covered it up with leaves. But we can run, and we know how to hit the hole and go down in the ground.
Yeah.
And they be walking around looking for us. We'll be under the ground listening to them.
Wow.
And we stayed down there until they left.
Yeah.
And then we all crawled back out.
Boy, this boy adventurous, boy.
So
Yeah.
wait, where did y'all get the ninja suits from?
The army store in Bradenton used to sell all the army gear.
Oh, okay.
They sold ninja suits.
Wow.
I had a homeboy in the project used to be wearing
Yeah.
a ninja suit. My boy Mike Pompey.
Oh yeah.
Mike had a ninja suit and had a little shoe with the little
Yeah,
toe.
toe,
The
yeah.
toe the shoe come between the toe.
Remember down off of 41, the little Army Navy store or whatever?
Yeah.
They used to sell that stuff.
Okay.
The little Chinese stars and all
they
that.
sold
there.
all that nonchucks, all that.
Wow.
But we used to make our own. We cut the broom
Yeah.
and drill a hole in there, put you a screen, and you had some nunchucks.
Okay, but one conversation me and Ernest had in the shop that was deep. Ernest was telling me about certain situations in life he done been through,
Yeah.
and the situations that he was been through in life led him to trying to get a better understanding about God
Yeah.
and the Bible and stuff like that. And Ernest,
That started my path.
he can break stuff down till you real about the Bible and this religious track he on.
Not
in a-
religion. Not religion.
Well, what you call it?
Faith.
Faith.
Yeah.
The faith track that he on, and he can break it down into the simplest forms. You know, and I know we want to get into him being a coach to a little league coach, but talk about that a little bit, Ernest, about your faith.
Well,
How you began to get
well,
into this.
let me say this here. You know how the Southeast and Manatee had that rivalry?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had a party one night. You know, a little dance. Everybody showed up. And I ended up getting into a fight with a friend. I'm going to say that because we grew up together in Bradenton.
Okay.
And I ended up getting stabbed 13 times that night. And basically, that night was my turning point. It was the wake-up call for me. So, as I was telling Green, because he said he never heard the story, but I still got the clippings at my aunt's house in a photo album. And I got stabbed 13 times, and then when I was on probation, so you know I ran to keep from getting, because I had the judge back then was Judge Logan. A lot of people might say, "Oh yeah, I remember him." He told me if I come back in there again, he gonna send me to Lake Butler, where I took a visit with other youth defenders, and I said, "Man, I ain't going here. I'm too small." Back then, I was a little skinny dude, like my son Jakari.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, man, I ain't going there. But anyway, make a long story short, I got into an altercation about my kid's mom.
Okay.
But at the time, she was my girlfriend. And I ended up getting stabbed 13 times. And when I ran away from the scene, I kept hearing my shoes like squishing, making that noise, right? So I was like, damn, I ain't stepping in no water. So I looked down at my feet and I see the blood coming up through them little holes. I said, damn, where that's coming from? And then, you know, I lift up my shirt and then my arm, seeing my artery and all that stuff hanging out my arm. I said, oh, man, I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? I need to turn around and go get help.
Right.
I'm bleeding. So I made it back to the youth center, and I fell in there to Bellew. And all I remember her saying, don't go to sleep, don't go to sleep. I said, I'm tired. She was like, no, baby, you can't go to sleep. But I ended up passing out anyway because I hadn't lost so much blood. But through that whole transition, I told God, if you allow me to live, I promise you I'll change. You see what I'm saying? Because I was just that scared.
Yeah.
So when I get to the hospital and stuff and I wake up and I look and see myself all stitched up, I couldn't do nothing but cry. But I started praying and I raised up in the church. But for the first time, I'm actually really praying, you know what I'm saying? So I get out of the hospital, I come home and, you know, I had revenge, you know, to get back for what been done to me.
Yeah.
You know, because I know that's what everybody was suspecting.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, everybody, well, he gonna get them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, that's what everybody expected. So I had to do, I couldn't let everybody down. But my friends, my homeboys and stuff, they came and it was like, we gonna go do this and that. You know what I'm saying? But see, God wouldn't let me go. When I got up to go, I fainted, and I had to be put back in the hospital.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So my mom was scared for me, so she asked the preacher, which was Pastor Brown, to start coming to the house and talking to me. So he came and all that, and he, asked me why I'm so angry and all this stuff here. Then he said, let God fight your battle. This battle ain't yours. Let the Lord handle it. But me, being me, I ain't want to hear that.
Right.
I felt disrespected and all that though. So, make a long story, well, you can't make it short. But anyway, finally it clicked. So when they came back to my house, my homeboys, and said, what's up, I said, nah, man, y'all go ahead. I ain't gonna do what? They were shocked. Right. Nah, man, I'm done with that though. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So from that day on, things clicked. But one of the dudes, I really don't want to say no name, but I'm going to say a name because I need to clear some things up. One of the dude's names, I'm going to say, his name was Craig Rogers. I know everybody familiar with Craig. Mm-hmm. The thing is with Craig, my mom was staying at Oakmead, and my mom kept coming to me and saying, some tall, bald-headed dude looking for you. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't know, but he won't say his name. He said he just really need to talk to you. So I'm like, I don't know who that is, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm kind of scared because, it's dark and Oakmead. And I'm like, I don't know who this dude is. So I'm asking around, you ride around, man, you came by my house and all that. No, man. I said, man, I don't know who this is. So eventually, I come home one night and getting out my car from work, and somebody said, E. And I said, who that is? Said, man, it's Craig. He said, I need to talk to you. I said, what you want to talk to me about? He said, listen, man, I ain't came, I really need to talk to you. So me and Craig talked and everything else. He apologized, said, man, I always wanted to apologize, man. Me and you growed up together and everything, man. He said, I ain't meant for that to happen, man. But he explained his situation with, with substance and stuff he was using at the time. And I said, man, hold up. Because God had already revealed to me why it happened and took place. So I go to him, I say, hold up. I need to thank you. He said, thank me? I said, yeah, I need to thank you. He said, for what? I said, thank you for allowing God to use you to get me. Mm-hmm. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, that's what he showed me. It never meant for me to die, but he used you to get me. And I'm grateful for it. And I just needed to thank you for that, So he was like, wow, man, I never looked at it like that. So me and him stood there and talked, and he told me he was up in Georgia, and he said he was doing a little rapping. And then we got on the spiritual level. And I was amazed the stuff he was talking about. And I was like, yeah, man, we on the same path. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we exchanged numbers and everything else. And then I was telling Green, the sad thing was I look up and found out that he had got killed by the Bradenton Police Department. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wow. And I said, that's what that was all about. Mm. He needed to get that off his chest.
Wow.
I said, man, that's crazy, man.
Wow.
Mm. So I couldn't do nothing but cry, man. I was like, man, that's crazy. Wow. But crazy is only what you don't understand. Mm-hmm. Anything that you don't understand, you're going to say it's crazy because you don't understand it. Mm-hmm. We see people walking down the sidewalk and everything, first thing we holler, that man crazy, he talking to himself. Yep. But you don't know who walking with him and talking with him. You can't see that. Mm-hmm. He might say the same thing about you. He ignorant because he calling me crazy, but he really don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Right. But from that day forward, man, I wanted to go. I went to the viewing and seen Craig and stuff, but I really wanted to go to the funeral and talk and let people know, how strong the power of God is. Mm-hmm. So ever since, I might not act like it because I don't want to. My prayer to God was not, if you want me not want me, forgive me, Father. If you need me to learn about you, don't allow me to be like everybody else.
Okay.
I don't want to be like everybody else. Right. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be hiding behind something or a title or a name. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And claiming this name, and then when I get home behind closed doors, I'm somebody else. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be like that.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's my fight.
Right.
I said, Father, I need to be different. So that's part of my journey. I don't, when people say they Christians and all this stuff right here, I don't condemn them. But don't try to put that all on me.
Right.
Allow me to be who I am. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because you got to understand, the man that we're following, we calling Christ our brother and all that, those disciples were not good people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they
why
They
had problems. So why did he choose them? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So the same story Ernest grew up with these people following behind him and all this right here, you don't know what God has in place for that kid or that man. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You don't know.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Those people were chosen and put around me for a reason. It's what I needed to be who I am. People don't understand. Dooney was like a father. Players Williams was like a father, a big brother, everything I wanted in a partner, a friend. He was everything. Total package. We were little boy. Dooney could cook. Dooney taught me how to iron, how to keep my shoes clean, everything. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why me and him was like this, man. Mm-hmm. I learned how to cut hair through Dooney. Right now, I can cut my own hair, but I choose to bring the business to black men trying to do something with themselves. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, sometimes I can't get here. You know, we touch up. But other than that, I'm going to come here and share my wealth with T Green and Pastor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I feel like that's important. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, it's just so many things that I have learned that's not the truth. And that's not the way God intended for us to be. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? The thing that get me the most, Jesus said he needed to save the people that was on the outside. Because the people in the inside said they already saved. Mm-hmm. According to them.
According to them, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Now, everybody say God and all this stuff, but guess what, Red? I was driving the school bus. This is when I do a lot of meditation. And I say, Father, what name do you prefer me to call you? And he said, I am. And he said, I am and I am that. And that's all I am. And he said to me, let me explain why. He said, I am the stars, I am the water, I am the earth, I am the air, I am you. I'm all living things. Mm-hmm. And I said to myself, I got you. From now on out, that's what it'll be when it comes to me. Mm-hmm. Because it made more sense. Mm-hmm. All this other stuff, it made more sense. And so that's what it is. Then people come to me and say, what, you Muslim? I don't know nothing about being no Muslim. Mm-hmm. I'm going to eat me some pork because that's not what the word says. Anything in this world that you overindulge in is sin. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You could drink too much water and make you sick. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So he said everything that I created was good. He created them hogs. The thing about people is you eat too much of it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? If you eat too much beef, it's bad for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Eat too much chicken, it's bad for you. Chicken ain't no better than a hog. Mm-hmm. It eat the same thing, anything. Mm-hmm. So what's the difference? Mm-hmm. So now you're understanding why I don't want to be a follower of like everybody else. I want to understand what I'm following. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Some of these ground things is man. You see what I'm saying? Man always got to have their hand in something. And then he let me know too, to follow him, he gonna ordain me, therefore I wouldn't stumble.
Yeah.
Because anything a man would do, you gonna stumble. Because halfway is not the truth.
Yeah. And that's very interesting, man. Because I was wondering when things kind of made a shift or pivot in your life. And that's profound.
Yeah.
Even the fact of him having the opportunity to share that with you.
Yeah.
And then a little later, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And even that, like, dang, you kind of start thinking, well, dang, you allowed him to inform me,
Yeah.
right, and give them the opportunity before that happened.
Yeah.
And that brought you to a point where you want to seek out a higher power even more.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. At this point in your life, you've been coaching in this community for a very long time. How many years?
35.
35 years.
Yeah.
People that knew you when you were smaller and that have seen you progress to who you are now. Even yourself, when you look back and you say, man, I was out there, bro. And, you know, the man that you become now, and giving back to the community with sports. Do you find yourself looking at some of the same things that you went through in a little kid, and how do you mentor or how do you speak to those kids that you've been through the same thing? I know what that feels like. I know what that looks like. But what do you give to them that can help them?
Well, the thing about it, even with my job, I've been on my job like 27 years, and I'm always working with children. So even on my job, I don't have problems on my bus or anything like that because I put a kid to the side and I'm able to talk to him. You know, I feel like I'm able to do that because it's a gift, and it's an honest gift. See, all that was installed in me so I can be who I am. I needed to go through all that because, see, one thing I did learn in the Word of God is that even with Moses, remember when Moses wanted to go to the people in the mountains and God told him no, and Moses was upset about that. The reason why, because that's not your story. Why send Reggie to talk to this man about smoking crack and Reggie ain't never smoked none?
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But see, all that stuff that I went through as a child, it's honest and it's the truth. And I'm a vessel to be used for that. And when I speak with them, they can hear it already. He know what he talking about. So some kind of way he done dealt in this. So I need to listen to him. And I end up making friends with those children. Now, growing up, if you notice, you coach with me. I always teach the kids the Lord's Prayer and all that. I feel like that's important, and to install all this stuff in it. And then I make them understand that football ain't just about X's and O's. It's actually life, because you always got to be prepared. You see what I'm saying? Because you never know when your chance gonna come, and you need to step in. And when you step in, you need to step in right. You see what I'm saying? And be ready, and don't look back. So that's the way I look at it. I call it the game of life.
Yeah.
You got to work hard, you got to exercise, you got to stay in shape, you got to prepare yourself for your opportunity.
Right.
And when the door open, you got to go on in.
Right.
That's what they need to understand.
But you know, but Ernest, he a pillar of the community, man. 35 years coaching Little League football.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dedication, man. And I'm gonna keep doing it. I always give Little League coaches a whole lot of respect.
Yeah.
Because y'all dealing with the kids from the seed.
Yeah.
And without, I can't understand, like, a lot of these kids, when they do make it, let's say some of them make it to the top NFL.
Yeah.
But you don't never hear them thank the little league coaches. They'll get on TV, so I want to thank my college coach,
right.
high school coach,
And
but they don't never thank the little league coaches.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Reg. I'm gonna say not Reg, but Terry. That hurts.
Yeah, they don't.
That hurts because all he did was fine tune and polish you. Mm-hmm. But you forgot about this coach that tore his car up getting you to practice. You forgot about this coach that neglected his own kids getting your hair cut.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You forgot about this coach paying your fees, buying you cleats and everything else, so you feel comfortable on the team. It irks me to see kids forget that. But see, my thing is, I hold a lot of stuff in because I'm looking at the higher power blessing me.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just need these kids to know it hurts all of us, youth league coaches. Well, we brought you where you need to be, and then you give somebody else
the credit.
He didn't do nothing. When you got to him, you already knew you was a running back. You knew all the holes and everything. All he did was taught you his playbook, put a few muscles on you, and now you forgot about the man that really did the work.
But that's real.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? And that hurt, man. That hurts me more than anything. But I got good kids I brought up, and they come to me. They know who they are. Like, I'm going to just say one, like Johnny Lane. You know him as Rico.
Rico.
Man, Rico stopped by the house. Me and him, we on a spiritual conversation and everything. He tell me all the time, Coach, man, listen, I tell everybody, man, I thank you, man. And he said, let me tell you one of my best moments with you. He said, I was known as a crybaby. He said, you walked out to me on that field, and you said, get your ass up. You bleeding? You need an ambulance? Huh? You need a stretcher? I said, no, sir. He said, okay, then why we on the ground? He said, from that day forward, I ain't never been back on the ground. He said, I think about that all the time. He said, that was my turning point. And he said, ever since then, bro, it was on and popping. But I'm going to tell you a story with coaching. And I learned to listen to my kids. The same group of kids I'm talking about, the KP Price, the Tariq Johnson, the Johnny Lane, all of them was on one team, and I can't forget about my boy Jay. We were losing to the Mustangs. We were down 12-0. I ain't know what I was going to do. We had to work so hard. I'm like, man, we about to get blowed out. So I'm just sitting over there puzzled. They crying. Them kids walked up to me and say, hey, Coach, you need to tighten up, man. They say, pull yourself together, coach what we've been practicing, and let's go. Let's go, Coach. Do your thing. I said, all right. And, man, we went back out there, and we won that game, 18-12. And from that day forward, I was like, wow. It took them kids to make me reach down and really coach. And we went out there and won that game. That's one of my most proud moments of coaching football.
Awesome.
And then I had, you remember when I went over to the Storm, I had Stanley Collins, Jr.
Okay.
I had Stanley playing center. And my quarterback wasn't doing too good. He kept messing up. But Stanley always come to me and say, Coach, I'm telling you, man, I could quarterback this team. But see, Stanley was a big kid, like lineman size. So I'm like, Stanley, man, just worry about snapping the ball. That's all you need to worry about. He kept telling me, Coach, I'm telling you, I could quarterback this team. He not better than me. You looking at me because I'm fat. That's what he told me. But I wasn't paying no attention to, but he was telling the truth. I'm like, you a lineman, man, So what happened was we were losing. The quarterback was playing so bad. And Stanley sat over there. He said, Coach, let me quarterback the team. Give me a chance. you say you will always be fair. So I had to eat that.
Yeah, they eat it.
Yeah, I say, wow, he done came at me using my stuff on me. So I said, all right, get on out there. I said, you know what? Go on out there. I'm telling the other coaches.
Yeah.
I had Malcolm them coaching with me. I said, now watch this here. He gonna go out there and he gonna realize he not no quarterback. Man, that man went out there and man, I had to stand up. I said, what the hell going on? Man, that man was running them plays and throwing that damn football. I mean, lights out.
Yeah.
I said, wow. I said, damn, go Stanley. I don't became a cheerleader. Yo, I said, damn, he wasn't lying. I mean, he was like a fullback toting that thing.
Yeah.
He was throwing that rock. And I was like, damn. So from then on, Stanley was a quarterback. I made another center, and then I took the quarterback and made him the receiver. That was really his thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we took off. Now we went out there to the Storm. They ain't won but one game in 4 years. I went out there. We won the conference championship.
With Big Stanley at quarterback.
Big Stanley. Now I'm gonna tell you something. The youth center, they was mad at me at the time, the Trojans. So they put out this thing, they gonna 50-point me and all this stuff, Man got a lineman at quarterback and all that stuff. I ain't say nothing. You know me, I don't get into all that. Yeah. So we got out there, man, Stanley put on a clinic. Stanley put on a show. Right now, anybody that watched that game will tell you he did. Stanley put on a clinic. We should have won that game. We should have blown the Trojans out. We fumbled 5 times in the run. My running back had a problem with holding on to the ball. Fumbled 5 times in the red zone. And we ended up losing 6-0. And they had Javante and all them that play with Colorado now.
Yeah.
Trojans had all them, boy, Mike Goff and all. I had all them. And they only beat us 6-0. And after the game, they said, man, I ain't never think Stanley would be playing like that, boy. Stanley chose.
Stanley, baby.
Yeah.
And the next year, Stanley came back slim. Yeah, he had done when he got all that weight off because he had done made his mind up. Now.
He going to be the quarterback.
Yeah, man, listen. Man, right now today, his grandma just came to me last week and said, Stanley said he want to coach with you. That's all he talk about, that Coach Ernest. I said, yeah, I know. Every time I see him, he come up to me. I said, man, he was one of my favorite, man. I think about that all the time.
That gotta be awesome, man. I
Baby.
can remember playing little league football, and there's certain coaches that just stand out. When you see them in the community years later, grown now. It's always good to see them and speak to them, and you gonna always have that connection.
Yeah.
No matter what, like coach got the connection with me, I got the connection with the coach. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of them things. So when your athletes do go off and you may not hear it, I would hate to believe that they don't know how much you meant or what you did to them or for them. And I hope that who's ever may be hearing this could give those coaches some recognition. And if they have not yet, just publicly give them some recognition for what they've done.
Reach out, man.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Because you never forget your little league coach.
Yeah.
I know all mine.
Your father-in-law is one of mine.
I know all my
I
little
had
league
him,
coaches.
and I always got to give Adventurous Pumpet, Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to give him that was my coach, Colbert Sims.
Yeah.
All them when I played with the Eagles. See, when I played with the Eagles, I played linebacker, man, all my life. And then when I finally got my grade, see, Tyrone, I'm going to bring that up too. See, Tyrone is part of my change too. See, I cut loose a lot of the bad crew, and I went to hang around Tyrone Williams.
Okay.
So Tyrone is part of my transition. That's my little brother. No matter what we done went through, that's still my little brother. Everybody can't talk about Tyrone. I ain't gonna let you do that. But I can. But the thing, what I'm saying is, about Tyrone was into sports. And me and Tyrone started hanging so tight till I started following him. And I followed Tyrone to the football field.
Okay.
And that's how I started playing youth football, following Tyrone.
Tyrone Williams, man.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
it's so crazy though, man. Like I say, with Little League, you never. I know all my Little League coaches.
Yeah.
That's why I give all these Little League coaches respect because I know what it meant to me playing football. Coach Tom Washington, Budweiser, Mr. Grimsley, Mr. Piercy, Coach Mott, Coach Lee.
Coach Lee,
Yeah, I know all my coaches, man. But don't get me wrong. I know I'm saying like the guys that make it to the NFL, they don't never recognize Little League coach. And I know it ain't all that, but it do make you feel good.
But it is all that though.
But I'm saying, you know, some people might say, man, they shouldn't worry about it long as they know what they did. Yeah, we do. We do know what y'all did.
Yeah.
But just like you get on Front Street and in front of the world and talk about your high school coach and your college coach, get on Front Street in front of the world and talk about the Little League coach. He the one when your mom couldn't pick you up after practice. He the one had to take you home. He the one when your mom or your dad didn't have no food at the house. The Little League coach had to feed you.
Yeah.
You know? He the one if you ain't got a ride to practice. The Little League coach gonna get you. If you ain't got a ride to catch the bus for your game. The Little League coach. But then they tend to forget that though, man. They tend to forget that when they
Yeah, I raised up in that era with Mama Blue, man.
Yeah.
You know, even though we was the Eagles when we first got in the Pinellas League, we were losing all the games. They still treated us like we was winning.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's not like that.
Yeah.
I ain't seen a banquet like we used to have with the Eagles since you know what I'm saying, the Eagles. They don't have banquets like that no more. Man, we used to eat good. And it used to be like Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like that no more, man. They need to bring back a lot of the older tradition, making the churn, get trophies, the banquet. All that stuff is important. You know, just throwing a kid in there, he played football, and you send him on, okay, the season over, we lost, and blah, blah, he gone. Man, it's like, you know, it's like a slap in the face. Because those kids look forward to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you might have a kid on your team that wasn't good as the other ones, but he got a trophy.
Yeah.
When he go home, he putting that trophy by his bed. He's sitting there and he dreaming like, man, I got a trophy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that mean a lot.
Yeah, that mean a lot
Yeah,
to
that mean
him.
a lot.
So that we this new era of football, it got to change. It got to get better. I came out of retirement this year, man, and it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Could it be better? Yeah, it can. But he got to bring back the old traditions and things in order to get it better. This new era of football, man, it's
not what it is.
It's not what it is, man. It make you really don't want to be out there. For one thing, where the love at?
And see that and this the one reason, man, I wanted Ernest to come on to the podcast. So Ernest can break down certain situations that's going on because he's been involved with Little League so many years, 35 years. Ernest done seen the ups, he done seen the downs. And these are the type of conversations that we have in the barbershop. Because see, a lot of people think when you hear about barbershop conversations and hair salon conversations, it's a bunch of gossip.
Right.
Bunch of gossip. Yeah, it's a bunch of gossip, but it's also a bunch of good messages that come through.
Yeah.
And Ernest is one of them.
Yeah.
And I want to bring Ernest on the show because Ernest is just a common old Manatee County person that live right here in the community. They're dealing with the issues of the community on a daily basis. Yeah. Driving school bus for Manatee County School Board, 20-some years. Coaching Little League football, 35 years. Yeah. You know, these are the kind of conversations we need. And these kids that don't know Coach Ernest, now they get a chance to know Coach Ernest. Yeah, Coach Ernest done been through all the little stuff y'all doing out there in the streets. He done been there.
But you know what the thing is, Green? I did all that, but I never had a record.
Look at that.
See, that's what a lot of people don't know. A lot of people ask me right now, man, how you got a job to a school board? Man, you stayed in trouble. I never had a record. So I had some sense somewhere. You see what I'm saying? And see, I got to a point too. Let me say something. I wanted to be a father, a husband to somebody. I wanted to have my kids.
Okay.
And if I kept living the way I was living, I wasn't gonna never get to see what my kids would look like.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud of each one of my kids, no matter what they done went through or whatever, are still going through things.
Mm-hmm.
But now, you know, if they watching this, they see why I'm like I am.
Yeah.
I gotta push you for greatness, man, because it wasn't given to me. I had to earn every bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know at 12 years old, I worked in tomato fields. I picked watermelons. I picked oranges, cabbages. I pulled strings, plastic. I did them the jobs I did as a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working all my life. My uncle was a contractor.
Mm.
He took the people out there to pick oranges and all that. And then Robert Green, you know Green that used to play basketball, they dad, he ran the farms.
Okay.
I was too young. I wasn't supposed to be out there, but I cried. Me and my cousin Lee Boy. He said, "Man, y'all ain't old enough." But we said we want to work. We want that skating ring money.
Yeah, that was it back then.
Yeah. He said,
Yes,
"All
sir,
right, now
boy.
I ain't gonna take it easy on you now." So we said, "All right." So we, I forget the big dude's name, but he took us out there, and we worked from sun up to sundown. Learned how to pick tomatoes, watermelons, cantaloupes, cucumbers. We did just about all of it.
Heard that skate ring money.
Yeah, come home Friday, we got in the line, and they paid us cash. You know, I done made $200 or $300. You know,
That boy, ooh, that's good
yeah,
money. Right
that
there,
was good
boy.
money.
Yes, sir, boy.
Yeah, so you know, he gave us the opportunity. But what I'm saying is, I look back now and saying, this was the reason why I was given all these opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
It was never meant for me to make it in the league, NFL, and all that. Don't get me wrong. I waited too late to do what I needed to do in high school. See, what people don't understand is, I only played 1 year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to play my senior year because I was too old. I was turning 18. See, now it done changed. You can play now.
Yeah.
But when I played with Pat, I didn't play my senior. I only played my junior year. You see what I'm saying? That's 1 year. If I got to play my second year, things would have been a lot different. But see, when I got to Manatee, Canal would never let me play linebacker. He said I was too small. I said, that's all I know. But he wouldn't let me play.
Mm-hmm.
So he moved me to a running back.
Mm-hmm.
So what people don't understand, I backed up the two of the best running backs in the county. Way bigger than me. That was Kevin Freeman and Chris Bilkey.
Yeah, well, them boy, big.
Big and fast.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So I got a little opportunity to play, but where they going? They ain't gonna get hurt. I seen this man run a 4.5 in boots. Kevin Freeman.
That
So-
boy came in boots.
Yeah, in boots.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing was, I felt good about it because, see, later on, I was like, man, I want to play.
Yeah.
So I go to Canal office and I sit down and I talk with him. I said, I need to be on defense, man. I ain't gonna never play behind them. Yeah, I was on kickoff return and all that little stuff. And every now and then, you know, we blowing a team out. You know, I got a few carries. I want to play, man. Yeah. So he said, everything field. So he put me over there with the corners.
Yeah.
And then we got through some drills and they seen me hit Chris Bilker and Kevin Stucker. They're like, oh, this man can hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's what you do.
I love defense.
Ernie,
Yeah.
that's what he do, real.
Yeah, so they end up putting me in strong safety.
Yeah.
Me and boy Kevin Myers in the swap, and they used me as a run stopper. That's when I got a little opportunity to start seeing the field a little bit. You see what I'm saying? But I tell any kid, man, you got to go out there and do what's necessary. Don't follow the trend. Go out there and do what you need to do because, see, you can mess up opportunities that can come back and haunt you later. And that's what happened to me. It wasn't that I wasn't good. Anybody play youth league know I was good. I played running back and linebacker. It just, I waited too late out there being something I wasn't. out there trying to smoke weed and drink MD 2020s, trying to be skipping school. I had them miss out, man. I missed almost 100 days. Well, I ain't gonna say 100, but I think I'm gonna say about 60 days of school.
Trying
My
to be a
mama worked
follower.
at Tropicana, so she ain't know. My mama worked that night. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when my mama come home from work from 11 to 7, my mama dead asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't skip school, everything. I don't caught the bus to the school, but I done got in the car and done dipped.
Then left.
Follow behind Moss and them.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the hang out. You know what I'm saying? Well, mama seen that one day. Where the hell I was when you missed all these days? I sent you to school every damn day. That's another killing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because anybody know my mama ain't play, man.
Dang, man.
But I knew I could get away with a lot,
Yeah.
a lot of things.
A lot of that's going
I had
on
my
now.
grandma now. My grandma ain't gonna let you hit.
Yeah.
Shoot, a lot of that's going on now,
My
man.
mama ain't with that. You
Yeah,
ain't
with that.
finna
Yeah.
be-
So it's so. I mean, just sitting back, just listening to your story and what you've been through, and I mean, it's one of those situations where I can look back and see, like I said in the beginning of the podcast, I saw you back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I witnessed that back then.
Yeah.
And, and to be able to just see where you are now, man, it's a wonderful sight. It's something where I think you have a lot to give to anybody that have been through certain things, and your story alone can make that connection. And you said it before, it's that connection that really you can drive home in somebody because they know you went through the fire. So that's always something, and it's just one of them feel-good opportunities where I'm so happy it didn't kill you. But you're able to use that to maybe kill another demon in somebody else.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's always special, man. We about that time though. We got the winding up a little bit, but we got the next segment. That's right. We're gonna make you do it.
All right. Ernest, so this segment is Truth and Share. It's our version of Truth and Dare. The three of us will ask you a question, and we just ask that you answer it as truthful as possible. Some questions are serious, probably mine. Some far-fetched, and then some options.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and start. Okay, Reggie?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, get me out of the way. So just listening to your story, it's actually been, it's been very interesting. So my question is, what advice would you give your younger self about making positive decisions?
That's hard for me to say because I just feel like the journey, everything was meant for a reason. So my younger self, I don't know. It's hard to answer that. I just felt like through it all. I just went through it all for a reason. God had another plan, and like I said, He used me as a platform.
It's a good one, that boy.
Well, I could probably help you out with one.
Yeah.
Don't take another white man to your grandma's house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She
But no, what you're saying is, I feel like everything that we go through at whatever stage in life is to shape us. So it is one of those to where it's kind of like you may not. Yeah, so I understand. All right.
Oh, you real, me real.
Well, you got me?
Real?
Okay.
Get
So-
that real go.
No,
Get real out of the way.
they always think mine's crazy. All right, so 35 years of coaching.
Yeah.
All right, give me out of 35 years, man, this is a tight-knit community, bro. Tight-knit community. Give me top 3 athletes that you've ever coached.
Well, my number one would be Robert Randolph. Robert Randolph was special. I never seen a kid since I've been coaching football hit that hard. Hit that hard. Never. And he was one of the fastest I've seen back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was one of them kids I could tell him number 4 was selling you out I was like, okay, watch the kickoff. Kick the ball off, and Robert would fly down there, and that boy would be done.
Yeah.
He can't come back to the game.
God.
And then the parents be up there saying, that's a shame. Y'all let somebody hit somebody's kid like that. Oh, man, Robert was a train wreck. Boy.
Okay, Robert Randolph. Who else?
Yeah.
Two more.
I done had so many,
I
Reggie.
know.
Ooh,
I
the boy
said
finna
top three,
boy, the boy
man.
finna upset somebody.
You said Robert Randolph pretty quick. Who is the next one?
I got to give my next one to Johnny Lane.
Johnny Lane.
Okay.
Rico.
Rico.
Yeah, Rico.
Okay. All right. Johnny Lane.
Boy, these boys going to be mad at me.
Boy, yes,
Yes,
sir, boy.
Yes, sir.
Especially the Elwood boys.
Oh, Lord.
Golly.
Well, at least you say their names.
Yeah. The Elwood boys, boy, whew.
One more.
It would have to be Butler.
Ooh, the Butler.
Butler was special.
Yeah.
The Butler, baby.
The Butler, baby.
Yeah, Butler had a heart of a lion.
Oh, yes, sir. You got that.
I have to give him his props.
Okay.
I have to. I know a lot of kids are going to be mad because I had so many.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, Reggie, they only gave me 3.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
would have said top 5.
Yeah. We got to go 3, baby. We gotta go
Yeah.
3. So we got
Boy,
Randolph.
woo.
Randolph. We got
Robert Randolph.
Rico.
Rico.
And then Lil Butler.
The
Yeah.
Butler.
All right. All
That's a
right.
mean list now.
That's a mean list.
That's a mean list.
All right, Green. It's on you, baby.
It's on me, man. Okay, look, hey, Ernest. I need one word to describe these 3 that I'm about to give you. One word.
Yeah,
When I say childhood,
yeah.
give me one word to describe your childhood.
Curious.
Yeah.
I never knew what love was.
Curious, that's a good one, though, boy.
Yep.
Especially listen to your story. Yeah, that's a good one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be curious.
Okay. One word describing being a father.
Hard worker.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one there, too. Knowing you.
Yes, sir.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Now, boy, hey, boy. This ain't going to make somebody happy, boy, at your house, boy. Give me one word to describe you as a husband.
Excellent.
Ooh. Ooh.
Aiming to please.
Aim, please.
You hear that, Miss Davis?
Yeah,
Excellent.
aim, please.
He's aiming to please.
Well, that's good, man.
That's a good one, though.
That's good, man. Well, thanks for playing that little game, man. We about to get ready to close this thing out. You got a shout out, Green?
Man, look, man, I want to give a shout out to my wife and kids, man, at the crib.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, shout out to my wife, man. The strong, the smart.
I grew up with your wife.
Yeah, man. Just a gorgeous person, man. Just the foundation of my household, boy.
Mm-hmm.
My wife keep it together.
Okay.
She keep it together, boy.
Keep it
She the
together.
backbone. She the backbone. She the gravy of the turkey wings.
Okay.
Yeah. She the corn in the cornbread.
I know that's
Hey.
right. I know that's right.
She the pork and the beans.
So
Yes,
crazy,
sir,
man.
boy.
Desiree, what's up? What's got shout out?
I'm gonna shout out my family. Shout out to all my people, and I hope everyone's enjoying their holiday season. And that's it.
All right. That's not too bad. That's right. All right, Green.
Yeah, man.
All right. I mean, if I'm gonna give a shout out, I want to give a huge shout out to I would say, man, to the growth in my boy Ed over there.
Yes, sir, boy.
I will give a huge shout out to that because, I mean, it's just amazing to hear your story and to see that you're able and in a position to give back in your faith. And everything that you learned. You talked about some of Ernest's breakdown. He's definitely had conversations with me before, breaking down some of the words in the Bible and things like that. So your growth, man. I'll give a huge shout out to you in general as far as where you were and where you are now. And also I'll give a shout out to my little granddaughter who is taking her first shot at becoming a little basketball player. She's to the point where she just get out there right now. Don't got no inkling of what's going on offense, defense. But the fact that you out there and trying to give it a shot, I'm pretty sure that'll look different a little bit down the road. But I want to give a big shout out to my granddaughter and also my grandson. They're doing a great job in the youth football right now for the new Broncos. So both of you guys. All right, Ernie, got any shout outs?
Yeah, first of all, I'm like Green. I need to shout out my wife because without her being who she is and the person she is, that helped my journey. Because, like I said, I struggled with love and stuff. And when I got with my wife, she said something to me that I would never forget. She said, I could be the best thing ever happened to you. And once she said that, nobody ever said that to me. And it took off from there. And I had no problem marrying my wife. And then my dad always say, you always ask a question. He said, he asked me, he said, if you got sick, do you think your wife would wipe your backside? And I said, yeah. And he said, yeah, you better keep her because, see, you ain't hesitate. He said, if you hesitate, you better go get rid of her. And she ain't the one.
Yeah.
And then I want to give a shout out to my family, man. My family always been there for me. They stood by me, my aunts and all that. They all proud of me, man. I'm proud of them. They proud. I feel proud now in the family that, people come, love being around me. Like the same thing you saying. Yeah. So my family been proud. They've been very supportive of everything. And I got to give a shout out to my auntie Johnita because she's been that second mama. She always was there for me. No matter what, she was there.
That's awesome.
That's my mom's sister.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, there it is then. Well, man, listen, this has been a great episode, man. I really enjoyed this conversation. It's just one of them down home type. You just had that feeling, like you said, just in the backyard, kind of trying to chop it up, man. So I appreciate this conversation, this episode, man. I hope you guys did too. That's watching this show. But Green, talk about me, the R&B and what?
Boy, yeah, look here, y'all. February 15th, 2025, 13th Ave Dream Center. 13th Ave Dream Center. Hey, it ain't on 13th Avenue. It's on 9th Avenue East. That's Martin Luther King. It's just, the building is called 13th Avenue. Man, we having an R&B and Me fest, man. Y'all come out, enjoy some good R&B music, some food. We hanging out, man. We hanging out. And I'm going to tell you now, look, all y'all young people, I ain't saying y'all can't come. But if y'all ain't got no old soul, don't come. Cause there's gonna be some good music there, boy.
Good music,
Freddie Jackson, Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
The Shy Lights, the Manhattan, all that now.
Some coming out.
Levert.
Yeah,
man. Want me to keep going real?
No.
Isley Brothers. Teddy P.
Don't do it to
Freddie
him,
Jackson.
Just tell
you know what I'm saying?
To show up,
Miles
man.
J.
So, man, you
Mary J.
You gotta put some sweat in there now.
Yeah, we gonna get Keith Sweat, boy.
Keith Sweat got to go.
Keith Sweat, Rita Franklin,
Yeah,
so make sure y'all come out, man.
Yeah,
you guys
have
be
a
hearing
good
some
time,
information
man.
about that real soon. Sign up. Not sign up. What you call that?
Vendor for the vendors?
Man, we got this thing open for vendors, man.
We gonna have some vendors.
Yeah, man.
I just didn't even pay to come. You know what I'm saying? No, but all in seriously.
More information to come.
Yeah.
But seriously, this is also to help. We think about starting a little scholarship and also, just in-house stuff. So it's going to work in two different ways, and we hope that you guys can support this event. We're looking for it to be a every year type deal. One of our biggest fundraisers for Troof Be Told. So we hope you guys come out and support that. Well, you know what I'm saying? From my homeboy T Green, the God Barber, the D-Ray, myself, Real Deal, and also our guest, the man himself, Coach Ernest Davis.
Ernest Davis, baby.
Carol Davis, badass song. I love you, mama.
And like he said, boy, he just said it. Troof be told, bad ain't so. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we out, man.
We
You doing
out.
it.
Truth, really, that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic. This truth be told, only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the real deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready, keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know. Truth be told, let's go.